Hello, my dear students of Honours First Year. This is Shaila Parvin, Assistant Professor of English. Today I am going to teach you a poem from your Introduction to Poetry course. And the name of the poem is Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard. So let's begin. Students, you already have known that I am going to teach you the poem Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard by Thomas Gray. You see in the slide the picture of the churchyard. A churchyard is a place or an enclosed place surrounding a church which is used specially for burial. Students, this is the picture of Thomas Gray, and his lifespan was from 1716 to 1771. Here I would like to tell you that I will have two presentations on this poem. In this presentation, you will come to know about the poem, the biography of the poet Thomas Gray, and the genre of the poem, that is the elegy, and the literary period that Gray belonged to. At last, you will come to know about the name of some famous elegies of English literature. Students, before you go through any piece of writing, at first you have to know about the person who is behind the writing. And here is the biography of Thomas Gray for you. He was born on 26 December 1716 in Cornhill, London, England. His father was a scrivener, that is, he was a clerk, and his mother was a millinery by profession. He was the fifth and the only one survivor of the 12 children of his parents. He was sent to Eton College at the age of 8, where he developed friendship with some people who had strong impact in Gray's life. In 1742, Gray settled in England. In the same year, one of his closest friends, Richard West, died. In 1743, Gray earned a bachelor degree in civil law, but he never practiced it. Around 1745, Gray started to write his famous elegy. The elegy was composed over a long period of time. The poem was certainly inspired both by the death of his aunt and his friend Richard West. He was offered the position of poet laureateship in 1757, but he declined it. In 1771, he died at the age of 55 and was buried at Stoke Poges, Buckinghamshire, the village associated with this famous elegy. Students, by now you have come to know that English literature is divided into different literary periods. Each period has its own distinct feature and the writers, and there were some trends of writing among the writers of each period. Now we will come to know about the literary periods that Gray belonged to. Though Gray belonged to the age of the neoclassicals, we see a lot of elements such as Gothic details, picturesque landscape, etc. in Gray's poetry, which foreshadowed the upcoming Romantic movement. Gray combined traditional forms and poetic dictions with new topics and modes of expressions in his poems. He may be considered as a classically focused precursor of the Romantic movement because, on one side, he had ordered and balanced sentiments like the neoclassicals. On the other side, he elevated the individualism, most importantly the common man, in his poetry. Now we will come to know about the genre of this poem, that is, the elegy. In classical literature, elegy was simply any poem written in elegiac meter and was not restricted to a specific subject. The term was also used to refer to the subject matter of change and loss, especially in complaints about love. In the 17th century, the term began to be limited to its most common present usage, a formal and sustained lament in verse for the death of a particular person, usually ending in consolation. In 18th century, the English graveyard school of poets wrote about generalized reflections on death and immortality combined with gloomy imagery of human impermanence on earth. Students, here are the name of the some best known elegies of English literature. First one, John Milton's Lycidas, which was published in 1638. And this elegy was dedicated to the memory of one of Milton's friend, Edward King, who died of a shipwreck. Next one is Percy Bysshe Shelley's Adonais, which was published in 1821, and this pastoral elegy is on the death of John Keats, another English poet, and this Adonais is one of Shelley's best and most well-known work. Next one is Arnold Tharsis, which was published in 1865 and is written to commemorate Arnold's friend Arthur Hugh Clough. Next one, Audens in Memory of W.B. Yeats. It was published in 1939 and Auden wrote it to commemorate the Irish poet W.B. Yeats. Next one is Walt Whitman's When Lilac Last in the Doriad Bloomed. It was published in 1866 and it was written to commemorate the death of the then President of USA, Abraham Lincoln. So students, that's all for today. In this presentation, you have come to know about the biography of Thomas Gray, the literary periods of Thomas Gray, and the genre Elysium. In my next presentation, I will try to explain the poem in detail. Thank you very much.